Jordan 1 OG 85 Georgetown Real vs Fake UA Replica Part 2. You know how we get down with this stuff, guys. Let's not take it too serious. It's either fake UA or rep, phony, whatever you want to call it, but we're going to let that ride out. I could care less at this point. We got the retail pair, cleaner looking box on the left with the replica on the right, guys. We're always going to start off with the boxes here. Now, to be very truthful, box came in a little damaged on the replica. To be fair, looked like it might have gotten some water damage. So, you know, when these things come from overseas, they're going to use the cheapest way of packing that they can. So it's not like they're going to enclose the whole shoebox in some form of cover with thick padded cardboard and styrofoam. It's just not going to happen, guys. We know how they do this. Again, to save on logistics, shipping, for better prices for those that want this stuff. But we're going to make sure nobody gets scammed and people sell somebody a rep as a retail. So let's get to it. We're going to go ahead here now and have a look under the lid. Here's the retail with the Nike stamp under it. Obviously, that's usually the way it goes. Does every lid have one on a retail pair? It does not. But typically, that's what you're going to see. The replica actually does not have anything under it. Can it be used as an authentication tactic? Absolutely. Would I say that's the only way of doing it? No, definitely not. But so far, replica does not have a stamp on the lid, under the lid. Here is the retail tag, guys. Very nice, very clean, very spiffy, might I say. You see the color coding and so forth under there, the Air Jordan 1 High 85 and so forth replica. This is much better. It actually happens to match the retail. Previous part 1 I did, guys, it said Georgetown all over the color code. Here the color code shows correct: college white, so forth and so forth, college navy, whatever, summit white. So we'll move on from there, aside from some minor bolder letters, bolder text and faded text. So here we are, rep on the right. You see it's like a more of a slimier, oily, translucent paper. On the retail, it's a bit cleaner, but it is oily or waxy, however you want to describe that. Retail, when it comes to these 85s, they overwrap it like crazy. I'm not really a fan of it. I don't think it's that serious, but rep, no internal white tissue paper. Does that mean it's fake? Probably not, but it's a tactic you can use. Here we go, guys. Replica on the right, retail on the left. You can already see the collar on the rep there is much taller. So it's not the actual OG85 build. It's close to it, but it's not exactly correct. The midnight navy on the rep on the right is also darker. The gray is darker. Toe boxes are near identical, I'll be fair, except it's a much more smoother slope on the replica here. Their midsoles do match the midsole pattern you're going to see. See that right there? You see the pattern on the midsole there on the retail. There's the rep. They got that right as well. But like I said, that you see how high up that collar goes. Again, this looks to be more of the new retro Jordans that are releasing. It's pretty much that style, just in the Georgetown colorway. But it's close, y'all. It's close. It's like a hybrid to me. So here we go. You see the peak on the retail on the left on top of the collar, very clean. On the rep to the right, they got the peak wrong. It's, you know, looks like they tried to get it right, but, you know, kind of warped there. So is what it is. Let's move forward here now. Again, here we are. Again, very close, guys. I think a lot of you, I'll be honest, a lot of my followers are probably going to say they like the rep better and so forth, but you already see how much taller the collar is. Swooshes are near identical. Not exactly the same, but is the replica passable on foot on its own? It, in all honesty, maybe. There's a better look at the toes, as I advised. I'm more of a fan of the toe on the rep, though, but you see how much more of a downward slope it is on the rep. Retail, it's a bit higher, as you could see there, but it's close, man. It's close. This is a scammable pair. I have to be honest. This is definitely a scammable pair. Having a look here at the tags now, you see the difference on the, excuse me, on the actual tags here. So actually having a look here on the authentic, the Air is more slanted to the right. Air on the rep is just straight up. Looking at the tooling code here on the replica, as you can see, replica's further, retail's up front here. It's a different text, and it's a bit lighter, smaller text format as well. The numbers do match and so forth, but not the text nor the boldness. Here we go. We got the other shoe now, and you know, from a distance, you can't really tell, guys. You really can't tell. It's tough, you know. Comparing them together, yes. Wings logo is a little bit off place as well on the retail pair. Okay, so excuse me, on the replica pair. Now having a look here, you see the Jumpman on the rep is darker, not as clean of a print job as it is on the retail on my right hand here. You see how much cleaner it is. Again, swooshes are close. You know, the midnight navy on the actual replica is darker on the left there. I mean, this is really close, guys. Toe box again is slim on the rep, a little chunkier on the retail. Here we go. Better peak on the rep on the left, as you can see there. Still not perfect, but it's better. Doesn't look like a mess up of any sort. And here we go, guys, looking at the medial. Very, very close. Again, you could notice the toe box differences there. Again, midsoles do match as well. So they got that on point. So it's, like I said, man, this is like a hybrid, guys. This is like a hybrid. The rep's like a hybrid. You know, the new retro J's to me are hybrids at this point. They got a little bit of all the years in them. But let me know in the comments what you think. Here's a better look at the toe boxes again. Retail on right, rep on left. And I think a lot of people are going to favor the rep toe box. It's sleeker and smoother. But there we have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is a much better update version versus the part 1 I did, which was like the standard older retro look before they updated the new retro J's that are available to the public now in the newer styles and so forth. So again, let me know in the comments what you think. Again, they are near identical. I will give it that. This newer batch I did is not a horrible rep or anything like that, but there are some structural differences, no question. If you want to call them nearly two completely different shoes, just the same colorway, you can, I guess. Also, the tongue is more thick padded on the replica than it is on the retail. Retail's still a little thinner. It is a little thick, but it's thinner. And also, both shoes came with the navy laces. I did fail to show that. And with that, y'all know what it is. Sneaker Lover out.